Hello everyone, my friend wonders if humans have souls. Okay, let's delve into the profound mystery of the soul after death. It's crucial to understand up front, there is no scientific proof or universally accepted answer to whether a soul exists after death or where it might go. This question resides firmly in the realms of faith, philosophy, spirituality, and personal belief. Here's a breakdown of the different perspectives. 1. The concept of the soul. Many cultures and religions conceptualize a soul or spirit, essence, consciousness, as the non-physical, immortal part of a person that carries their identity, awareness, and moral essence. It's often seen as distinct from the physical body. 2. Where does science stand? No empirical evidence. Science deals with the observable, testable, and measurable physical world. Concepts like the soul and an afterlife are currently beyond the reach of scientific methodology. There's no way to scientifically detect, measure, or track a soul after bodily death. Consciousness and the brain. Neuroscience generally views consciousness as an emergent property of complex brain activity. From this perspective, when the brain ceases to function at death, consciousness, as we understand it, ceases as well. Near-death experiences, NDEs. Some people report profound experiences when close to death, seeing lights, tunnels, deceased relatives, life reviews. While compelling anecdotally, scientific explanations often involve physiological or psychological factors like brain hypoxia, lack of oxygen, neurochemical releases, or psychological defense mechanisms. NDEs are not considered scientific proof of an afterlife or a soul, though they fuel debate and belief for many. 3. Religious and spiritual perspectives. Where the answers lie, this is where the vast majority of beliefs about the soul's fate originate. These answers vary significantly. Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, generally believe in an immortal soul that separates from the body upon death. Destination. The soul faces a divine judgment based on actions and faith during life. Destinations typically include heaven, paradise, Gan Eden, Jannah, for the righteous, and hell, Gehenna, Jahannam, or a place of purification, punishment for the unrighteous. Some traditions include concepts like purgatory, Catholicism, or an intermediate state, barzakh in Islam, before a final judgment and resurrection. Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism, central concepts include karma, the law of cause and effect, and samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, reincarnation. Destination. The soul, or consciousness, called Atman in Hinduism, though Buddhism posits anatta or no self, focusing more on a stream of consciousness, karmic energy, is reborn into a new life form, human, animal, or other realms. The quality of rebirth depends on the karma accumulated in past lives. The ultimate goal is often moksha, Hinduism, Jainism, or nirvana, Buddhism, liberation from the cycle of samsara. Spiritualism and some New Age beliefs. Often believe the soul, spirit continues to exist after death, potentially in a spirit world or different dimension. Destination. May involve learning, evolving, reuniting with loved ones who have passed, or communicating with the living, mediumship. Some believe the soul eventually merges back into a universal consciousness or source. Indigenous and traditional beliefs. Extremely diverse, but many traditions believe spirits persist after death. Destination. May involve joining ancestors in a spirit world, remaining connected to the land or community, or being reborn within the family line. Reverence for ancestors is often central. 4. Philosophical perspectives. Dualism. Philosophers like Plato and Descartes argued for a separation between the physical body and a non-physical mind or soul, allowing for the possibility of the soul surviving death. Materialism, physicalism, argues that consciousness is entirely dependent on the physical brain, meaning it cannot survive the brain's death. Other views. Various other philosophical stances explore consciousness and identity without necessarily invoking a traditional soul, sometimes suggesting forms of persistence through memory, legacy, or participation in a larger whole. Conclusion. The enduring mystery, the question of what happens after death, touches on our deepest hopes, fears, and search for meaning. No definitive answer, there is no single, verifiable answer that satisfies everyone or meets scientific standards. Realm of belief. Ultimately, what one believes about the soul and its fate after death is a matter of personal faith, cultural background, philosophical reasoning, or spiritual experience. Comfort and meaning. Belief in a soul and an afterlife provides comfort, hope, moral framework, and meaning for billions of people worldwide. The mystery remains because the experience of death is final from the perspective of the living observer, and the nature of consciousness itself is still not fully understood. What happens beyond that point remains one of humanity's most enduring and unanswerable questions, addressed primarily through faith and philosophy rather than empirical observation.